PDP faction says Jonathan's presidential nomination submitted to Inec despite recognition dispute. Oh, they submitted a presidential nomination for Jonathan. Okay. The Kabiru Turaki-led Interim National Working Committee (NWC) of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) says it has manually submitted former President Goodluck Jonathan's presidential nomination and the name of its candidate for the 2027 general election to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) despite the Commission's refusal to recognize the committee. The development marks another chapter in the PDP's ongoing leadership crisis, with the Turaki-led faction insisting it remains the party's legitimate leadership and warning of legal action if INEC publishes a different list of candidates. Okay now. Addressing journalists on Friday, the committee's National Publicity Secretary, Comrade Inec, said the party resorted to manual submission after INEC declined to issue access codes required for electronic submission. Notwithstanding, INEC refusal to provide us with the necessary access code, we have successfully submitted manually and in full compliance with the Electoral Act 2026, the list of candidates sponsored by the Authentic People's Democratic Party. Authentic, maybe people should add authentic to the back of the PDP because PDP, they are really confused. Authentic People's Democratic Party, no be small. Ememobong said, according to him, the submission included Jonathan's presidential nomination as well as the party's governorship, National Assembly and State House of Assembly candidates. He added that INEC acknowledged receipt of the document. Okay, Ememobong cautioned the Electoral Commission against recognizing or publishing any candidate list other than the one submitted by the Turaki-led committee. Okay now, we go see what now. Maybe na Wiki-led on, they will post. Abi na Turaki-led on, they would post. Should the Commission publish names other than those lawfully submitted by us? We are exhausting every constitutional, legal and democratic avenue to ensure that our party is not hijacked or annexed to the ruling party. Are you sure? Constitutional, legal. The one that Wike is controlling. Abi people are forgetting that Wike built house for judges. You think he doesn't know what he's doing? Doing all of doing those things for judges, for lawyers. He knows what he's doing now. It's because he knows that any legal battle is going to come. So he will be winning those cases. God will help people in PDP. He attributed the leadership dispute to Supreme Court ruling on the PDP leadership crisis, arguing that the party's Board of Trustees and a properly convened National Executive Committee meeting established the Interim National Working Committee after the judgment left the party without a legally recognized national leadership. Ememobong also criticized the recent Federal High Court ruling, saying it conflicted with earlier decisions of the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal. The judgment reads more like an appeal on the judgment of the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal. It is clearly inconsistent with the extant decision of the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal that formed the foundation of our case, he said. He disclosed that the party had appealed the judgment and would also challenge alleged discrepancies between the court's pronouncement and its certified true copy. The PDP faction further accused INEC of abandoning its neutrality, alleging that the Commission withheld relevant information in court proceedings and ignored party congresses it monitored. The Commission's action have regrettably reinforced the growing public perception that it no longer acting with the impartiality expected of the nation's electoral umpire, Ememobong said. He also claimed the PDP had become the first target in what he described as a wider effort to weaken opposition parties and entrench a one-party system. We were the pioneer targets for opposition dismantling and capture, but it has now spread to almost all the opposition parties, he added. The faction called on Nigerians to defend the country's multi-party democracy, warning that electoral authoritarianism poses a threat to democratic governance. Okay. Patrick Obi says, won't this Momo people leave GJ alone? He's been telling them that he's not interested. You get? The man has never come out to say he wants to contest for anything. But people are submitting his name manually. Now, they don't want to leave him alone. Aren't these people very foolish? That's why it says Jonathan himself is enjoying the drama because he has interest in what they are doing for him. Exactly, because if he's not interested, he should really come outside and say, I don't want to be president again. I don't want to contest or anything. Instead of him allowing them to be stressing themselves like this. Emmanuel said that the Turaki-led PDP or GEJ is playing hide and seek with the 2027 general election. The latter has remained silent like a ram. Yes, he has not said anything. That is being led to the slaughter while the former is fighting hard for recognition from Inec Inec on his own is enjoying the drama, no be small drama. Don March says, please don't drag our revered Jonathan into your dirty politics. He has done his own bit. Let him be, please. Nengi says, please allow this man to rest. I beg you, preferred him now. He will not come on. Adebi says, distracted leaders, don't be small. John says they are fooling themselves. Samuel says, Jonathan must be a big fool if he accepts to run. Salem says, some of you just want to take madness into Nigeria politics. Jonathan's name is also used for play. Can I say you are mad or you are a clown? Anyone, Obina says, the man says he's not running. Why do you keep fooling yourself? I don't understand. He hasn't come outside to say anything. Yet people are saying he wants to contest. Stephen says, I want to ask, what is it that the former president, Jonathan Goodluck, forgot in Aso Rock? That he wants to go back? He has not said he wants to go back. For me, there are yet unknown Nigerians that can shepherd this country well than the past and present governments. Nigeria should allow these people to come in. For me, the former president should not think of coming back. He should not join issues with the ruling party, considering what they did to him during his tenure. I don't even think the man wants to contest for anything. Now, PDP, they drag him up and down. Daniel says, I never thought in my life that Jonathan would behave in this manner. Jonathan does not mean well for Nigeria. He's not involved, but he really needs to come outside and clear the air because I don't understand the wahala. The real fraud is the BK faction, legally suspended members who are ganging up with government to weaken all known opposition. Unfortunately, judiciary is captured, so that is the real fraud. No part 2. It is well, Jonathan should disown this fraud. As the former president of Nigeria, should not allow a group of 419ers to make him look as if he never went to primary school. I'm telling you. It is well, what rubbish is to doing with Jonathan, and nobody in Jonathan's family has come out to detach Jonathan from this school style of fraud. I don't know why he has not come outside to clear himself and say, I'm not interested in this thing. Pesho says, I don't understand Turaki fashion. They have went to court thrice. The court disqualified them. Why are they dragging former President Jonathan? I don't know for them. I don't know. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.